So I just finished editing this video, and as you can see, the most of the mess that you will see in this video is gone by now. But this does need a bit of a disclaimer. It was an experiment with a head camera. You can still sort of see the remnants of that. Not the highest quality cameras, but good enough for this purpose, I would say. But I learned a thing or two. First of all, how to do multicam, which is quite complicated, but I figured it out now. And then when it comes to head cameras, aim low, move slow. I didn't always move slow, so it may be a bit nauseating every now and then. And then I used the automatic gain control on my audio recorder. Never used it before, figured I'd give it a shot. It does exactly as it should, but you can't really use it in an edit because you get this massive jumps in audio. Especially since I put the damn thing on the table where I also moved all the audio about. So there's these massive thumps and thunks when I put audio on the table. Very bad idea, should have known that. I took the biggest peaks out and I removed everything under 50 hertz so it wouldn't blow your woofers out of the cabinet. But beware, the audio in this video is a bit of a mess. The video in this video is a bit of a mess. It has a quite high entertainment value. That's why it is going to be on YouTube. But yeah, I'll promise to do a better job next time when I do this. Also, I turned off the light there, that one, because it doesn't really work with the stroboscope disc on one of the record players, and I forgot to turn it on, so at some point everything goes dark. And there's a section in the video where one of the cameras made a corrupt file because the battery died, so that's something to remember. Don't let the batteries die. I'll get there next time. Enjoy. How's this for a crazy idea? Let's do a head camera and another camera and a separate recorder, and let's work on some audio. Let's see if this actually makes it better or worse. These are not official GoPros, they're not the best quality, but they should do the trick. Let's turn on this computer. And here is a pile, as you can see, of audio. And yeah, we're just gonna see what does what and what doesn't what. So, first, here is a pair of Philips speakers, and they're active. Problem is they don't actually have volume controls, so they're not that useful. But let's see what we can get out of them. I'm not sure if I can control the volume. That is gonna, yeah, this may be loud. Preamp in, so this is the. How do you connect these? Are these mono? I honestly have no idea how to connect these. They have one input, preamp in TV, it says, which is, as far as I can see, analog. Okay, do we have power? So far we have nothing. I don't even know how to turn these on. Oh wait, there's a... Okay, they are standby. I don't think either these go on when you put signal on them, or they won't work at all. I'm actually curious now. Okay, now they're on, so they got the little bob from the input, and they've decided to power themselves on, but I'm still not sure. Okay, so that works. And then you need a cable for the second one. They sound positively horrible. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go with music rights, so I'm just going to go royalty free again. Yep, it works, but we only have one channel, obviously. So we have mono. I'll just turn them to the microphone. There's no low end, so yeah. Funny idea, but they're definitely not meant to be used separately. So I'm gonna unplug these and move on to the next things, because even though these work perfectly, they are somehow mono, and I have no idea. They're supposed to be part of a TV, that I know, but they're surround speakers, so not supposed to be used in stereo, and I'm also not quite sure how they're supposed to be used in surround, to be honest. I'm just gonna put them to the side, so they're not in the way. There you go. Next up, I'll just continue with the pile. It's a bit of a mess here because of that, but that's fine. It's a Sony CD player, as I'm sure you'll see in one of the video screens now. I have no idea if my head cam is aimed anywhere near where it's supposed to be aimed. It appears to be aimed pretty far downwards, which I guess is a good idea. Okay, there's a bit of a knot in the cable, but that is not a problem. Making a mess in no time. Well, that's how it goes, doesn't it? Right. It does power on. Does seem to have a disc in it as well. Yeah, I hear it trying to read a disc. It's not happy. Oh, it is reading though. Let's turn these on. Okay. It is I Want You for Moulin Blues. That's a local blues festival. And it looks pretty professional on this side, but it's actually a CDR. This works fine. It may need a clean on the inside. We'll do that later. But this, even in this dirty shape it is in, reads just fine. So that's a good start. That's a functional CD player. Let's put that to the side on the working file. The keeper's file, if you will. Okay. Next up, a little amplifier. I've had one of these before and they're actually remarkably okay sounding for something that's not of a real brand, if you know what I mean. It's a standard solid state stereo amplifier. It's probably like 9 watts per channel. We'll be using this little tool that allows me, main speaker, allows me to hook it up with normal speaker terminals to my speaker wires that are right here. Nice and easy. I mean, these plugs are fine. I don't mind DIN. It's just that you can't use it with proper speaker cable. And it's not on every amplifier, so you keep attaching and detaching them. Same goes for the inputs. As you can see, there are DIN inputs, so we need an adapter for that. We'll plug this into the auxiliary input. And we'll plug the source into that cable. Where are you? Here you are. I think that was the source cable, right? Yeah. I think that is red and black. And then let's turn it around and see what we got. Okay, so volume down, always do that. Power doesn't do much if you don't plug it in. So we're going to do that. There you go. Power on, the light is working. Not hearing anything yet. Oh, there we go. Yep, fully functional. It's not even scratchy. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a surprise. How's the low end? Oh, that's a bit much for a little amplifier. Yeah, you can tell it's not very powerful. I think that 2 times 9 watts is maybe a bit optimistic even. Let's try the tape input, see if that works. Actually sounds slightly better. Let's try tuner, that may have a different impedance. Yeah, a bit louder. Sounds good though. And then we have the phono input, and I'm going to turn it down for that, because I don't want to ruin the phono preamplifier. It has 2 settings, magnetic and crystal. Yeah, works exactly as intended. So this little machine, even though it's dirty, it's in really good shape otherwise. There's no big damage except for this little thing. And it works. Well, I don't even have to clean it on the inside. It just works absolutely flawlessly. So it uses 60 watts, which is not a lot, but it's more than I thought. But yeah, more than 2 times 15 watts it is definitely not. This dirty little machine is a really good JVC cassette deck actually. These are more serious than they look. It's the KDA33, and I can tell you already, if this one works as intended, that's funny. Super ANRS, now it's working. Switches are dirty, it's not really responding as intended, but if this thing is gonna work, it's a keeper, because these sound way better than you may expect. And I think with these, the counter is part of the shut-off system. Oh, counter's working now. See it stop shutting off. I'm gonna give this a source. This is the source. It's probably gonna stop again, but that's fine. Line in. So it's extremely quiet. And I think reason for it being so quiet is that the heads are incredibly gross. I'm gonna give them a quick clean and see what that does. Yeah, the heads are very much not clean. This machine has not been treated nicely at all, which is sad because it's, again, it looks pretty simple, but this is quite an upmarket JVC from one of their best series. And JVC is generally a very underestimated, underrated brand for a lot of things, but especially cassette decks. Their decks are generally amazing, even the simple ones. Let's see what we get now. Hopefully a bit more. Ooh, still not exactly happy. Yeah, minus 10 dBs is all it does, so there's definitely some work to be done there. I can't tell you yet what's going on. I also noticed that you can't easily adjust the head position, which is good in many ways, but also a bit annoying if someone decided to adjust it. Let's hope it's not. Let's record from this thing. It is all functional. That all? That ain't good. Ah, that's better. Did you see that? This machine is so dirty. Look, we can get 2 channels out of it, but it's going to be a challenge. See? They both work, but never at the same time. Beautiful VUs, by the way. This DIN line switch is extremely gross. Okay, here we go. 2 channels. Don't change a thing. I'm not going to reset the counter because it's not reliable. It's probably going to sound horrible, though I just want to see if it records. Not the best song to do it with, but whatever. Royalty free. Lovely views that go up to plus 7 dBs, which was a lot back in the day. Yeah, let's see if it records at all, because if it does, then I think with just a little exercise, maybe some new belts. Oh, it actually records much louder. How did that go? Oh, actually... Now I'm confused. Why was that other tape so quiet? Did I do something wrong recording it? Oh. Whoa. Really shouldn't have, but I think I kinda got it since the second that I saw you. I've been weakening in the knees. Hear that? There's a reason for my misery, but my baby's often busy and we probably shouldn't. Yeah, this thing's gonna be fine. It needs new belts, it needs a massive clean. But you can already tell from the moments where it sounds as intended that it sounds beautiful, like really musical sounding, really dynamic. JVC is awesome with this kind of stuff, and I really hope I can get this one to work properly, because I wouldn't mind having this beautiful little machine in my living room. Even though people will be like, but it's only a 2-head machine. Doesn't matter, it's a musical genius. Next. Now, this is a bit worrying. You may think, because it says so on top, if you can read that, this is a Texonic A9009 amplifier, but it's not. It's a beautiful old Kenwood with a random top on it that doesn't fit in any way, shape or form. I'm not even sure how it's holding on to the... What did they do? Did they just wedge it in there? Yes, they did. Oh, that's not gonna stay. And because it is in such a shady shape, I want to see if it's still a plug-in anyway. Wow, that is not a bad amplifier. Holy. I'm not sure how much you can see on the head cam. I'll try to sort of aim. But I'll show you on the other camera just to make sure. Look at that! That is a bit of a beast, that. It looks alright. I don't see anything too worrying. Although I still wouldn't be surprised if we were covered in darkness once I plug it in. One way to find out. Power off. Here we go. Okay, lights are still on, but then the power's off. Power on. Oh, whoa, whoa. That's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that's a pity. They all work except for that one. That is just glorious. Am I weird for being extremely enthusiastic about this? Anyway, let's power it back off and hook it up to a pair of speakers. because I fully expect this thing to sound awesome. Although, obviously, considering the age, it's in need of a bit of an overhaul. But considering the state it is in optically, and I mostly mean that it has no cover, I fully expected this to not work. And it just powers on, and the lights even work for the most part. This is in need of a good fix-up, but it's worth a good fix-up. I get a very Luxman feel from this thing. Anyway, power on, speakers on. Nothing exploded so far. Let's play some source, turn off the other speakers, and nothing so far. But I'm not sure if I have the right input. Okay, the phono preamps are definitely working. I may have just done something wrong, to be honest. Let's see. I always forget, I think that's the input. This is the output. I always forget my cable logic. So I'll plug it into aux 2. And I actually, now that I've heard it go, I actually expect it to work. Are you ready? Wow. That's feeling very good, actually. Oh, we only have one speaker until I do this. So I must have hooked something up wrong. Yep. Here we go. Oh, hello. She's a performer. My goodness, it sounds really good actually. I'm going to Google it for a bit because I'm actually curious. Let's see. Let's look at ye olde eBay. What do these go for? 300 euros in good nick. So this one easily should do 200 if it has a nice enclosure made. Lovely. It's not in bad shape, by the way. This is all not just printed on, it's actually inlaid, so it should be okay if you clean it. Pretty happy about this one. Let's give this a clean and see what comes out of it. Beautiful. Now here is something I am just not very interested in, but it was part of the deal, and it is, to be honest, nice and cute and small. It's a little Blu-ray player. One. Here we are. Do we get an image? Oh, there you are. Look at that. Audio, it says. I don't think the audio is actually... is this how that works? Yeah. Yeah, that just works fine then. Okay. So, haven't tried it with Blu-rays, but it works absolutely flawlessly with a CD, so I should probably test it with a Blu-ray sometime soon. I think my dad has Blu-rays. And then I have no idea what to do with it next, but at least it works fine. That's a good thing. Let's get back to more interesting stuff. We have a very sad little beat-up Akai record player here. So the thing with these is, if the automatic return works, they work. Here I am with a 12-volt power supply from the Xingyuan Electronics Company Limited. And it's 1.5 amperes, which is way more than it needs to be. So this power supply is going to have a very easy life with this record player. Problem is, you can't really figure out what's the positive and what's the negative on these. I'm sure you can figure it out if you open the record player, but without doing that, you wouldn't know because they don't write it on the back. So I'm going to plug it in real quick, see if it turns the right direction or at all, and then unplug it again. So before I do that, I'm going to check if the belt is still alive, because otherwise it's kind of hard to see which direction it's going to spin. It doesn't have a belt, so I should look at the motor now, so you guys won't be seeing much. Well, it does have a belt actually, but it's right there. Will this still be functional? Oh, it's actually fine. Not sure why that fell off. Some people... Here we are. This is the power supply side. Let's leave this off so you can see it spin. This is the record player side. I'm just going to connect the markings to the markings and hope it's the same. But there's really no way of knowing, so let's do this. And if it doesn't turn, I need to be quick because I don't want to fry the electronics. It's only 12 volts, but it will still fry a 12 volt motor. So yeah, okay, make sure they don't touch. Let's put a little pair of pliers between them. These ain't going anywhere. And let's make sure it is already in the running position. Lift up. And let's see if it turns or doesn't. It does not. Oh, okay. Did you see that? I unplugged it already. That was a funny delay. Okay, so it is working now. We have 33, we have 45, we already had 45. How is the speed holding up? No, I don't want to. Okay, I need another app. This is just too annoying. 32, 33 point. I'm just going to go over 33.3 because stylus drag. Yeah, I need another app. This is just annoying. What the hell? 33.4-ish. Perfect. I'm not going to change a thing. Oh, I actually accidentally adjusted it when I pulled it out. And I think the automatic return is doing stuff now, isn't it? God, I don't like automatic return at all. But what do you do? Okay, this app is alright, by the way. It's not, giving me pop-ups. So this is the keeper. Let's see how our speed is. There you go. Auto return works, but does the actual auto return also work? Yep, that works. I can already hear it starting. So we need to make a ground. We need to find the hinge. I'm a bit sad that it doesn't have a ground, but what do you do? What are you gonna do? Here we go. Speaking of things that usually don't work, I already see the first problem. These modern dual record players. I'm not saying dual, I'm saying dual because that is the brand. Dual, it's German. Stuff seems to be falling apart. Why is there a spring in there anyway? This is just one of those over-engineered things. They usually don't fall apart like this, by the way. This is a bit odd. Is it running? It is running, so we got that. Yeah, the pitch control is not at all working. But oh, there it goes. I think that is indeed the fact that it needs to clean. Okay, we got 2 speeds. Yep, and it does both speeds. The lift is working. This one's not fully automatic, which is a good sign in this case. Let's see if we can somehow wedge the stylus in there so it can play. Because I think as soon as it's down on the record, it should sort of stay put. Okay. Oh, not ideal, but it's working. Lift down, please. Here we are. Okay, it's sort of in there. Let's see if we get some sound from this. Yep. So it all works, except for the fact that this. Let's see if the automatic return works. That could be exciting. That's a yes. Yes, it works. So surprisingly, all it needs is for me to fix this cartridge back in place, which sounds easy enough, but isn't actually easy. It's a bit of a pig to get this out to begin with. And I think the thing that is falling out here is part of how it is supposed to be connected there. So this is going to be an absolute horror to work on. And my screwdriver's stuck. There we are. Let's put this in a little box so we don't lose anything. And keep it safe. There we are. That's everything. Where is that little metal screw? Well, that was bound to happen. No. Oh, there it is. Oop. That's okay, that actually fits. Let's put this in. And the cap for the stylus as well that fell out. Keep it safe and look at it some other day, because the record player is worth saving, but it is a bit of an unnecessarily complicated pain in the backside. Right, next up, something kind of fun. Because it's a complete rig and it's very heavy. Oh, it's incredibly heavy. Way heavier than you might think. And it has a bit of a surprise in stock, because this is a Moran Slimline rig. Again, it's way heavier than you may think. And it has an amplifier and I think a tuner, or a CD player, or a tuner and a CD player and a cassette deck, because there's also, you may have lost count now, but there's also a cassette CD combo option for these. Which is, I mean, it's usually not in great shape, this stuff. It's usually broken. It's again a bit over-engineered. But if it works, it's actually kind of cool. So it's now hooked up to speakers. Let's plug it in. And first see what's behind the doors. Okay, that's a CD cassette combo, which does open. And this is the amplifier. The tuner doesn't open. Yeah, there you go. Now they all open. Yes, they have this capacitive switch here. This isn't a very common problem, by the way, that they open and close again. Usually with a bit of exercise it works. CD player is already playing, it's found a CD apparently. Cassette deck, as usual, won't open. Bad cogwheel. Yeah, that's a problem. They always have broken sprockets. You can't really use it like that because it's gonna disintegrate. Oh! That's also an amplifier. They are both amplifiers. This is not a tuner. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we have two amplifiers and one CD cassette combo, which I'm probably not going to bother. It's nice when it works, but this sprocket is just a pain in the backside. And this is probably just a belt, but nope, nothing. Very quiet and far away. There's something, but not a lot. So let's unplug this one, now that we know we have two amplifiers, and try the other. CD player is running, that's for sure. Kind of hard to put them on with it. Same, exactly the same coming from the headphones. Why? Okay, now I'm confused. Okay, now let's plug this into CD then. Very quiet and far away. Looks like on both of these CD inputs are broken. That's a very, very odd thing. So this is pretty much dead because of that drawer. This. There you go. I know that all seems ridiculous, but at some point you develop a feel for how to hit them. Yeah, that sounds even worse, I know. Well, that was a one time only. Okay, let's see. Let's just play the tape. It's okay, you can close. Give up. That won't close. I mean, it will close, but it won't. There you go. Okay, let's not put a tape in there. Oh, my camera just died. Now here is something that I actually like. Goes with the cassette deck. Beautiful JVC amplifier. Well, it's not in very good shape. Where's the volume? Volume is, I think that's volume. Okay, so now the balance is to the left, but who cares? No noise whatsoever. Where's tape 1? Here's tape 1. Okay. That seems very optimistic. Okay, I think the tape input is a better idea, he says. Oh my goodness. Everything is ruining everything apparently. Okay, never mind me. Don't try this at home. The faders are right behind these, so you can actually do this. Doesn't work with the switches, of course, because they're usually a bit further into the machine, but let's see what it does. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's nothing, nothing, everything. See how, that's not 7.5 watts. So it works. Equalizer works. This one doesn't. So yeah, nice, all the lights and everything. I love that they're so enthusiastic. But really, those lights are mostly gone. This band doesn't work. Does the phono work? Yeah, the phono does work, I think. Let me pause this. No. It may not actually. No, no noise coming from the phono. That's also not good. It's supposed to produce noise. This thing is knackered, mate. It's knackered. That's a pity because I really like the way it looks. All of the lights are off. All of them. Yeah, no. No. Nothing. Did not expect that. Last but not least, speakers. Huh. Actually not that heavy, to be honest. They are interesting ones. I'm gonna leave this cover on because the guy I got it from already took one of them off. And he didn't do it in the nicest way. It looks a bit mangled now. I'm just gonna leave this one on and try and fix the other one. But let's, yeah. Let's strip these leftover speaker cables. And find some speaker cables. Here we go. I already used some earlier. Whoa! Okay. That's surprisingly good low end for the size of the woofer. I'm gonna hold you where I'm sitting. Listen. Seriously? So the brand is alternating gain. I have no idea what these are, but they're pretty good. Like the highs are a bit on the sharp side, but the low end is impressive. The mid range is really good. I'm gonna make one of those speaker demonstrating videos with these. No idea what they are, but they're pretty awesome speakers and a nice size too. So he says, talking to the wrong side of the microphone, let me aim this at me for a change. This is a different video from normal, where you mostly see me. Here you mostly see everything but me. Hello, little SJCam SJ4000. I wonder if you can still get those actually. I'll put that in the link as well, but I don't think so. These are old. This is me with a camera on my head and it's getting a bit painful, but we've managed. This was my test of new equipment that came in, and a lot of it was pretty sad, but a lot of it was also kind of cool, I would say. So I'm going to edit this now, and you're going to enjoy my view for a change, and let's see if this is anything to repeat, worth repeating, or if it's just a really bad idea. It's going to be a bit of work because these are pretty much synchronized. I didn't stop them in the making of this. Also have to put the audio underneath it, so yeah, so we'll have some work to do. But once it's synchronized, it's just a matter of cutting it up into little bits, and then it's a matter of you all watching it. Have a good day.